As a mom, have you ever looked at your child and just tell yourself, I love my child so much, but deep within you, you feel emotionally disconnected with your child. You feel emotionally disconnected with your children. You might be a present parent, but you might be that parent that needs to connect with your child. Now, it's not about you being perfect as a mom or as an individual. It's about you being connecting emotionally with your child. So today we're going to learn, how can we begin to use gratitude as that bridge that can help us, that can help you to connect with your child, that can help you to reconnect with the heart of your child. So it's not about you being perfect, as I said earlier. It's about you being emotionally present. Are you emotionally present as a mom? Are you present with your emotions, everything around you with you when you're with your child? Or are you just physically present but emotionally distant? So let us talk about emotional connection. What is the meaning of emotional connection? So we have a grasp of what we are talking about. Emotional connection is the ability for you to see as a mom, the ability for you to understand as a mom, and the ability for you to respond to your child's inner world. That is when you begin to respond to the feelings of your child, when you begin to respond to the fears of your child, when you begin to respond to the needs of your child, when you begin to respond to the way your child is joyful without judgment, without you judging your child. That is emotional connection. So it's not about you doing more as a parent, but it's about you being present emotionally. So the question we're going to ask ourselves today, are you present emotionally as a parent? So how can we use gratitude as that bridge? What is gratitude? Gratitude is the intentional practice of recognizing and appreciating the value of what you have, of appreciating the value of yourself, appreciating the value of your child, not looking for what is missing. You're just being grateful for the value you carry, the value your child has. That is what gratitude is. And the truth is that when you start to be grateful as a mom, it shifts your focus from what is wrong with your child or what your child is not getting right to who your child is, to who your child is becoming. That is why gratitude is that bridge we can get used to begin to connect ourselves with our children. Now, before we get to the ways we can connect with our children, let us talk about the challenges, the difficulties, the problems. What are those things that hinder us from connecting emotionally with ourselves and with our children? Number one, most times as moms, we are emotionally exhausted and we feel burnt out. You just feel you're doing a whole lot and you're emotionally drained. You're doing a whole lot and you're just walking on empty. Your emotional tank is not full. And when your emotional tank is not full, you cannot fill up the emotional tank of someone else. When your emotional tank is empty, you cannot fill up the emotional tank of your child. So one of the reasons why we fail to be grateful, why we fail to connect with our children, because most times we get exhausted and we feel burnt out. But today we are going to learn what are the things we can do to step away from that place of constant exhaustion, constant feeling of overwhelm, constant feeling of burnt out, because we need to use gratitude as a tool to our benefit and to our advantage. Another reason why we fail to use gratitude to connect with our children is that most of us are living on autopilot. You have a lot of routines, a lot of schedules, so much pressure. And the truth is that sometimes we are living because we want to please the next person. You are doing so much because you just feel that is what is obtainable. That is what everyone is doing. You're just surviving as a mom. When you do that, it will be difficult for you to be emotionally present as a mom. Sometimes you might be physically present with your child, but emotionally distant. So that is one of the reasons or the challenges that prevent us as moms from connecting with our children and ourselves as well. Another reason why we fail to connect emotion is because of unrealistic expectations. Our expectations sometimes are just so much. You expect so much from your child to the point that you're not connecting anymore. You expect perfection from yourself, from your child. You don't expect your child to make mistakes. You just want everything to be perfect. You want everything to be 100%. And when those expectations are not being met, when your child is not living up to that expectation, you start to feel frustrated. Even as an individual, when you set high expectations for yourself and you're not living up to that expectation, you start to feel frustrated. And when you feel that way, you start to become emotionally distant from yourself and from your child. Another reason why we fail to connect emotionally with our children is because of comparison and guilt. Now, most times we compare ourselves with the next person. You compare your journey, your process as a mom with the next person's. You compare your child, the achievement of a child, the milestone of a child, what your child has been able to achieve with the next person. And the truth is that social media is not even helping matters, because most times we tend to use the standard of what we see outside to judge ourselves. You tend to make your judgment calls, decision based on the standard you see out there. And the truth is that when you start to compare yourself, comparison blocks gratitude. Comparison prevents you from connecting emotionally with your child and with yourself. So that is something we have to watch as moms. Another reason why we fail to connect emotionally with ourselves as moms, because most of us have unhealed emotional wounds. Sometimes the behavior of your child can trigger that wound you have. You think you've forgotten that thing you experienced, that traumatic experience you had. You think you've gone past it, but sometimes your child will just do something and it will just trigger you. And the way you respond to your child, literally you'll be like, oh my God, why did I respond this way? Because most of us are walking around. We are carrying the unhealed childhood wound. The wounds we had as young adults, as teenagers, as children, those wounds that were not addressed, those situations that we've not talked about, you've not told a counselor, you've not spoken about it, you think everything is all gone. But the truth is that inside of us, most of us still carry these wounds. And sometimes when your child does something, the behavior of your child can trigger some of those wounds, and it prevents you as a mom from connecting emotionally with your child. So that is something we need to watch. We need to go on a journey of healing. We need to go on a journey of becoming. We need to go on a journey of rising. We need to go on a journey of healing ourselves from the inside out. And that is why we need to take gratitude seriously, because gratitude can get us to that place where we begin to reconnect, rebuild ourselves emotionally, connect with our children emotionally, because gratitude helps to soften the heart. Gratitude softens the heart of your child, of your own heart, the person you're grateful for. When you practice gratitude, you open up the heart to begin to see what are the things that are working in my life. You tend to focus so much on what is working and focus less on what is not working. So it is important for us to practice gratitude. Gratitude also helps you to slow down. When you slow down, you begin to notice the laughter of your child. You begin to notice the soft voice of your child. You begin to notice the effort your child is putting on into their chores, into their activities. You begin to notice the uniqueness of your child. Most of us do not know, do not even understand, cannot even see that our children are all unique. You might have 2, you might have 3, as the case may be, but they are all unique. But if you can be grateful, you will get to that point where you can slow down and appreciate the uniqueness of your child. That is why gratitude is so important. Gratitude also helps you to create emotional safety. When your child feels appreciated, when your child feels like they are grateful, they are welcomed in this home, it creates a safe space for them to express their emotions. But when your child feels like, oh my God, I don't know what my parents are going to say when I act this way, you see, they start to pretend. They are not expressing themselves. They start to tell you they start to say yes to everything. But in a situation where your child feels well appreciated, it is very easy for the child to open up. It is very easy for the child to express their emotions. So it is important for us to infuse gratitude into our system. It is important for us to use gratitude as a tool to help us connect emotionally with ourselves and our children. So in practical ways, how can we use gratitude? We've talked about gratitude, emotional connection, some of the things that prevent us from using gratitude to connect. So we're going to learn in simple ways, how can we use gratitude to begin to connect emotionally with ourselves and with our children? Number one, practice daily gratitude for each child. Now, every day, identify one thing your child has done and be grateful for it. I'm not saying identify what all of your children has done, as the case may be, if you have one or two. Identify what each of them have done and be grateful for it, and say it loud. Say it to their hearing. Let them know that you're grateful for them. When you do that, it helps you to connect emotionally with that child using gratitude as a tool. Another way we can connect emotionally using gratitude is to have gratitude-focused conversations. So replace your conversations from comparison, from finding fault, from guilt to gratitude-focused conversation, to gratitude-infused conversation. So instead of asking your child, why didn't you do that? You start to ask, can you tell me more about the way you feel about this? Can you tell me more about the situation? So you see, you change your focus from what is not working to how you can help your child. You change your focus from how your child reacted and did not get something to how that child can make a better choice next time. So as a parent, when you begin to focus, when you begin to change your conversation to center around on gratitude, it changes a whole lot. It helps you to connect with that child. It helps you to bond more with that child. Because when your conversation is more of gratitude, your child will be open up to listen. But when it's filled up with complaints, with so many things the child did not get right, the child will just shut down on you. So convert your conversation to be gratitude infused conversation. Then the other way we can use gratitude to connect is to use gratitude in discipline. Now, when we talk about discipline is totally different from punishment. Discipline means to teach a child, to train a child. So one of the ways you can infuse gratitude into your discipline is before you even correct a child, before you even teach a child, acknowledge the effort of the child. Acknowledge what the child is doing. It's going to make your child feel okay, connected with you. So don't be that parent that is always critical. Don't be that parent that uses punishment to kill down the spirit of your child. Rather, use gratitude. Infuse gratitude into your teaching, into your training, into your guidance of your child before you address whatever you need to address, before you address a particular situation or a particular behavior. When you do that, it helps you to connect emotionally with your child. Another way we can connect emotionally with our children is to create a gratitude ritual. Yes, so you can create a gratitude ritual in your home. For example, you can express gratitude at bedtime. Before you put your children to bed, you can tell them, can you tell me one thing you are grateful for today? That is it. You can infuse gratitude during meals. While they are having their meals, you can ask them, can you tell me one thing you are grateful for today? It's going to help you a lot. You can infuse gratitude before you pray or after you pray, or you could have a gratitude prayer. Ask your children what they are grateful for. So in your routine, in those things you do always or every day as a parent, you just infuse gratitude. It helps you to connect emotionally with your child. Then the other way we can connect emotionally with our children through gratitude is to model gratitude. The truth is that our children learn from what they see us do. So most times they will tend to do what we do than what we say. So as a parent, you need to be someone that that is grateful. You need to be someone that, your life exemplifies what gratitude is. You need to be that person that is, your child can say, oh my, indeed, my parents are grateful. When you do that, it makes your job so easy. Your children will be able to connect with you. So do you express gratitude as a mom? Do you show empathy even to yourself or to your children? If you do, it will be easy for your child to connect emotionally with you. Then lastly, the last way you can connect emotionally with your child through gratitude is to invite God into your system. Now, when you've done everything we've talked about, pray with gratitude over your children. It teaches your children how to be grateful. And it also helps you to connect emotionally with your child. So the truth is that you as a mom, you as an individual can use gratitude as a tool for your own benefit. You can use gratitude as a tool to connect better with your child. Remember, your child does not need a perfect mom. You as an individual do not need to be perfect. All you need to do is to be on a journey of growth, a journey of healing, a journey of becoming. Be that person that is present emotionally with yourself and with your children. Tell yourself, I am going to work on my emotions, because the truth is that our survival in life depends hugely on our emotional regulation, on our emotional intelligence. So today, we've learned how we can use gratitude as a tool to our own benefit. So today, make that choice, make that decision to be that mom that is constantly grateful, that is going to exemplify, that is going to teach and model gratitude to yourself and to your children. When you do that, you find out that it will be easy for you to connect emotionally with your children. So I want to invite you, if you want to be that parent that is connected emotion, that has a positive mindset, that is working on your journey of growing, journey of becoming, I want to invite you to the Confident Mom Academy. In our academy, we will help you to grow. We're going to help you to heal. We're going to help you to write. We're going to help you to be that masterpiece that God has called you to be. We're on Facebook and Instagram at the Confident Mom Academy. We'll have a YouTube channel, the Confident Mom Academy, where we'll have lots of videos and it's going to transform your mindset for good. And the truth is that you are meant for more, and we're going to help you rediscover that more of yours. Thank you very much. My name is Chioma Odikolo. Thank you for joining me today. I really do appreciate your time. I do not take your time for granted. Remember to like this video, share this video, please subscribe to our YouTube channel. Until I come your way next time, do have a great day and bye.